Hey folks, it's Bangalore. Welcome back to the channel. I'm doing a follow-up video on my HDZero Goggle 2. And in this video, I want to take a closer look at the analog signal performance when these goggles are used with an analog quad. So even though these goggles do say HDZero, they can be used with an analog quad because the Goggle 2 has an internal analog module built in. And that's actually one of the big selling features of the Goggle 2 versus the Goggle 1. But if you saw my initial review video, you'll recall I was quite disappointed in the performance of the internal module. I got a lot of static, a lot of breakup in my typical flying area, which is wintertime in the basement. So I want to try out this monstrosity here. So HDZero does make a external module bay attachment, and this is primarily for folks that use it on the Goggle 1, but this module attachment does work on the Goggle 2 as well. And inside here, I've got my RapidFire module, the same module I used on my Skyzone goggles when I did the prior test of the HDZero. So here I want to see if this actually performs any better. Looking more closely at the external module bay, it's pretty much a plastic box with one circuit board and a screw. That's pretty much all it is. And what you can do is you can actually take that piece and clip it into the side of your goggle. There's a little door down here that pops off, and this actually clips in, and you can use that little screw to attach it more firmly. This cover was 3D printed. I'll give you a link in the video description to where you can get the 3D print file. It fits really nicely. The clips actually clip in very, very securely. Only issue is that the screen is not perfectly centered, so you can see at the bottom how it's a little bit at an angle, but that's a minor issue. Once you have your external module bay and the module installed, all you have to do is go into the goggle settings and flip the analog module from the built-in to the external, and then everything works pretty flawlessly. I had no issues with automatic recording, and everything seems to work really, really well. All the flight testing was done on the same day back to back, and taking a closer look at the flight footage, really nothing of surprise. Pretty much the signal performance is better across the board on the RapidFire, a lot less breakup, a lot less kind of phasing in and out of the image. Everything seems to work really, really good from a signal strength kind of perspective. I am using the RapidFire in mode 1, which does result in a little bit of a darker image. So everything you're seeing on the screen is unedited. This is straight off of the Goggle DVR. So do bear in mind that you will get a darker image with the RapidFire versus the built-in module. The other thing I started to notice also was that the image actually looks a little bit softer on the RapidFire, whereas it looks more sharp and detailed on the internal module. And I went back and forth many, many times, and every time I did that, I got the same kind of perspective that just the image looks sharper, even though there's a lot more breakup on the internal RF module. When flying in RapidFire mode 1, I did also notice some occasional desyncs of the image, and that's where the image actually goes kind of black and white and you get a beeping sound from the module. That happened in maybe 10% of my flights. That's a high percentage, but it does recover very, very quickly, as you just saw. I did also do a test flight using RapidFire mode number 2, and in mode number 2, the image clarity and the image brightness is very comparable to what we get from the internal HDZero module. When we're flying around normally, the actual RF signal performance is still way better in mode number 2 on the RapidFire. We get very little, if any, kind of breakup until we start to go upside down. When we start to do some 3D freestyle maneuvers, that's when we get a lot of breakup in mode number 2 on the RapidFire. And this breakup is not your typical kind of breakup. This is actually some white flashing happening, which is quite strange, but it only seems to happen when we are upside down. Otherwise, mode number 2 still performs better than the internal HDZero module. Shifting to inside flight, I did also do a quick flight in this hallway, and you can see how much of a difference there is between the signal strength. Definitely more evidence that the internal analog module that comes with the HDZero Goggle 2 really is not comparable at all to something like a RapidFire external module. When you look at the actual signal breakup and the signal strength, no comparison. The RapidFire module wins hands down. Now, some are going to ask whether something like this is really worth it. You're adding in so much additional size and weight to an already large and heavy goggle. Now this monstrosity with no battery weighs almost 500 grams. Not to mention, you have a lot of cost here. The module attachment itself is $50. A good module like the RapidFire is $150. That's a lot of extra cost for something that maybe folks will think is really just a marginal increase. Part of me also feels that the internal module actually has better image quality. The image just seemed a little bit brighter, a little bit more crisp, a little bit more sharp as well. Plus, the ability of being able to change the channels through the goggle menu was an added benefit as well. So in my view, I think that the internal module is good enough for most folks. And where the external module really shines is for folks who want to fly more long range, or if you're doing some kind of flight that requires better sensitivity and more penetration, that's where this thing really shines. So hopefully you found this video helpful. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and stay tuned for more videos.